start our EC meeting. So firstly, we have circulated the minutes of last meeting. Last meeting was held at 9 June 2020 at 3 p.m. At the FCCISL.
Thank you, Secretary.
Do you want to say anything? Actually, that minutes were circulated. Of course, that was not a very big meeting. You know, the confirmation of the previous minutes was done. Then after that, a speech by the immediate past president, Ms. Shirley Jayawardena. There she mentioned that the COVID-19 affected the operations of the business very badly. She further said that we should help the business to survive during this period. She requested the Secretary General to explain the steps taken by the Federation during the COVID-19. That was her speech. Then after that, we have taken up the accounts. Then that was the end of the meeting. So can I have somebody to propose that also the meeting, the EC meeting of the 9th June 2020? Someone who was proposed there, actually, Mr. Kuladeepan Abbas Kamuddin was there, Saranga, Darshaka Rupasinghe, Tusita Vijayasinghe. Yeah.
I can propose, Abbas.
Okay. Thank you, Abbas. Can I have someone to second also?
Yeah, I'll second this to sit here.
Okay. Thank you, Tusita. So the matters arising from the minutes, there is nothing that we have discussed in point form that we have to do or something like that in that particular meeting. I will just briefly explain the activities, the present activities, from the actually we made a presentation on the last AGM date. From that time onwards up to now, so under my presidency now, almost October 1st I took over. Then after that, we have gone 3 months. The time is moving very fast. So during that time, I will just mention some of the projects which we undertook. We had 2 ongoing projects. One was the S4IG project. There. Of course, I would like to make a small presentation also. Now, when I was discussing and, when I told Jeevani and Fatima to talk to all the members and try to get them on this meeting, Fatima told me some of the chambers, already in Batticaloa, Trinco, that area, not functioning well. They have various issues. Of course, we understand, the things in Sri Lanka is not, happening in a real way. But the bottom line is the chamber's responsibility is to see and protect and support their members during the hard times than in the times that they are doing well. In that scenario, I believe, at least, if the things not doing well, still you can participate in the meetings, discuss the things that we can do together, and we have to find a way which is going to benefit your members. Actually, in the case of Federation of Chamber, we have only 63 members under our fold. So you all are the people has a greater responsibility to answer to your members, which you have a large member base within your separate organizations. Now, all these organizations has various problems. Some of the problems which we have to address right now are very different problems than what we have been discussing before. So therefore, it is very important, that we should discuss and see what can be done, and wherever and the whatever way is, if we can do something from the federation end, I will make sure that I will do my best to achieve that. So the ongoing projects, we do the SOIG project, and that is basically to upskilling the current workforce in the small hotels especially. So these are very touching project, very much beneficial for the regional chambers, because what happens is now the MSMEs are the largest segment in any country, especially in Sri Lanka. We are about almost 99%. So very large segment. Of course, when they have issues, there are issues, sometimes they cannot, address on their own. Therefore, the chamber support is very important for them at this hour. So there we have gone one step ahead, and we have started a project to train coaches. I will show you a small presentation. So there you can understand what we have been doing and what are the things we can do in the future also. I will just finish my speech first, then after that go for this presentation, since these are area which we can work together and collaborate together and find benefits to go to the grassroots level. So that's the coaches also. We have 2 badges already out, and they can use to train the small hotels, uplift the small hotels. I will just give you more details in my presentation there. Then another project which is going on with the ILO, training of returnee and aspirant migrant workers in the hospitality sector through the workplace-based training. That also we undertook. It was a 6 months project. Now it is extended a little longer. But again, we are sure that, they will want to repeat this one. That has produced very good results. This was done in various outstation areas in Sri Lanka, different areas. So the results were very good. And, some of the work, some of the people, who are willing to go out of the country for work, as well as the migrant workers who has come back to Sri Lanka, they are improving their knowledge on specific sectors. Then we had a series of meetings with the ambassadors and the high commissioners. We have met first Turkish ambassador, then the Indian deputy high commissioner. There he addressed the issue, Turkish ambassador. They said, huge potential, that we have with Turkey with regard to our tea market. Turkish is a very much tea drinking country, and he said, the newer teas and the value-added teas still can be promoted in Turkey. And in addition, she said, there are many areas they are strong, and some of the exhibitions she has shared with us. We have shared with the membership, and if anyone is interested in participating, please let us know. Then Deputy Indian High Commissioner, when we met, he also mentioned, some of the Indian travelers, when they come to Sri Lanka, they do have issue, when everyone has to bring US dollars. They wanted us to speak and see whether they can use the Indian credit cards here and the Indian currency here. Similarly, they will say they will open the market for Sri Lankans also to use the Sri Lankan currency in India. So as we address this issue, and the central bank has authorized this one, and I'm sure, so this is a good move to support the tourism industry, the travel industry, the hotel industry in Sri Lanka, and that will they will spend more money in this manner. Similarly, that even as Sri Lankans, when there are a lot of people travel to India, when they travel, we too will have the same advantage. Then we met the Thailand ambassador. So there he mentioned the greater potential that the Thailand is country where they have a very good agricultural base. How they can support us. What are the things we can do together being discussed. Now they are also again we are trying to see the important exhibitions, whether we can take some delegation from Sri Lanka to there. And similarly, the other way that they also will find ways to send some people to Sri Lanka to mainly to have joint projects and joint venture collaborations and things like that. Then we met the Switzerland ambassador, then the South African High Commission. We met them. So they are again, Swiss ambassador mentioned, if we want to improve the tourism with Switzerland, we have to go for, we have to attract, and in the meantime, there should be trouble-free country. And, the moment that they hear there are issues in Sri Lanka, any kind of unrest, then they will not travel. And immediately the travel announcement will go there, not to travel to Sri Lanka. So that has to be stopped. If we can do that, I'm sure tourism is the only sector, I believe, there. If we can do something immediately, the benefits will immediately come to Sri Lanka. This will ease the foreign currency issue also to Sri Lanka. Then we met the US ambassador. There, the idea of meeting the UAE ambassador was mainly that we are trying to promote trade fair in Ras Al Khaimah area with the support together with the tourism chamber. Jaufer is the president is in this meeting also. So he too mentioned something that sometimes we are taking very trying to make a little bit money and missing the bigger opportunity. He mentioned, so we have recently increased the visa fee from $30 to $60. Of course, he mentioned, there are UAE citizens who can come during the weekend to Sri Lanka and spend the weekend and go back to UAE. So that's the kind of money that they have. But only thing is, none of them are willing to wait in a queue to get a visa. So, he suggested to us to propose to the government to make visa free. So then people will, it will be very convenient for the travelers to decide at any time and come at any time. So especially the segment of people who has money. So these are very valid proposal that he made. Then we met the Pakistan embassy, the Pakistan High Commissioner. So there, of course, he mentioned, many things we can do together. Then he sent us an invitation for a exhibition which is going to take place in February. Only issue there is the ticket prices are quite high to Pakistan. Is about almost 400, but the 400,000. But these are a very good exhibition. And he mentioned one other thing which I would like to share with you. He said that Pakistan was given 1,000 scholarship free of charge, free in the sense it's a 100% free scholarships to Sri Lanka during the past on the request of the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. They have increased up to 1,200. Out of the 1,200 not been used, even 600 he mentioned. So I said, please give that 600 to us. We will disseminate this information with almost all the regional chambers in our fold. And that's what I am doing now. Please, get in touch with us, get in touch with Fatima. I will keep of course, I told them to send the next set of details where they have the university entrance during that time, so we can get our people to enter. Now, one other thing what he mentioned was some of the medical degrees in Pakistan is not recognized in Sri Lanka. But he mentioned it was recognized in USA, Canada, Australia, European Union, and most of the countries. He said, like, I mean, you all know, every one of you, you know, there is an issue that Sri Lankan, the medical council do not authorize most of the foreign universities. So these are kind of a disadvantage for our people. But however, what he mentioned to me was the smarter guys, they go to Pakistan, they earn a good degree, come back to Sri Lanka and apply for various, Western countries. And they go there and start their work in a Western country. And the High Commissioner mentioned, they are having a fantastic life. All those guys are playing golf and, they have a rich life there. So let smart guys take the advantage. So what I am telling you is, take the advantage, because these are 100% scholarship. Even the ticket was given free. So it's a big opportunity. Some of the Pakistan universities are really good, and they have good engineering degrees, good medical degrees, and many other, even IT, many other degrees, they conduct. So therefore, this opportunity where all the regional chambers can take it, or any other chamber can take it and pass it to your members. What you have to do is disseminate this information only. So let the people, like, I mean, not today, the Sri Lankan situation is even the people who has 3 A's also cannot enter the Sri Lankan university. Then what happens is, with the foreign currency issue and all that, even for the people who can afford to send their children to a different university outside, the dollar issue will come. So therefore, this is a big opportunity. I'm sure that you all can take this as an opportunity. Then we have a Russian delegation right now. They mentioned, they are giving 30,000 free scholarships per year around the world. So we can be a bigger part there. So, but only thing is, like, I mean, some of the courses are even conducted in English. Some, you have to learn first their language and, then get into that. So, however, the opportunity is there. What we are trying to do in these areas is, we are trying to take the horse to the water. So we cannot make you drink. So what we are trying to do is, these are the opportunities for your members, their member families, their sons, daughters can make use of this opportunity. So this is what I would like to mention. So then, in addition to this one, the Saja Safe Zone approached us that they want to have a chamber meeting here in Colombo as well as in Kandy. So we are trying to organize this very soon. We will send you the information soon. Please participate in all these meetings. It can be sometimes very worthwhile. Sometimes you will see opportunities. Don't think, now this is not the good time to do business or something like that, and, just go away. See the opportunities. Like, there is a thing called Chinese, they say Weiqi or Waiqi. That means every crisis has an opportunity. Think like that and try to take that opportunity. So that's all as my speech that I want to discuss. I will just share my screen and show you this the project that what we are doing right now with the SOIG. Can you see, can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah, can see.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
Sita,
we
thank
can.
you. Uh, These about the professional business coaching course and the services for MSMEs in Sri Lanka. The goal is to enhance the client's awareness and behavior so as to positively achieve business objectives for both the client and their organization. So this is what the Worldwide Association for Business Coaches, what they believe. So this is the thing that we are going to do with the coaching program. So here what we do is the professional business coaching is there. We have courses, we have licensing, we have the coaching service and promotion and delivery end. So there what happens is few organizations involved in this process. Course providers are some of the universities, NGOs, and the private sector institutions. We are trying to do this soon at FCCISL also. The next thing is the coaching licensing. Licensing, the FCCISL is the sole authority right now to issue the license. We have issued 2 batches already. These are the 15 organizations as it is can provide these courses. Southeastern University, Open University, Trinco Campus, University of Uwawellassa, Rajarata University, Eastern University, University of Sabaragamuwa, INDPE Research Institute, Asia Pacific Management Institute, IPHS Campus, Shafra Academy and Management Consultants, Chartered Institute of Personal Management, Sri Lanka Foundation Institute, Sri Lanka Institute of Tourism and Hotel Management, and Industrial Service Bureau. So these are the organizations conduct these courses. I will just explain very simply how the journey, how is this journey is taking. First, someone can apply. Then after that, we come to the second step. We accept the application. Then face-to-face courses, these 15 institutions will start training these people. Then we put them on different hotels, different hospitality industry locations, and they will receive the practical experience. To become a coach, you need the theoretical experience as well as the practical experience both. Then the course certificate will be given. Then finally, they will become a license as a business coach. Then the course structure is this has 13 modules, theory and practical. There are classroom sessions for 200 hours. Then coaching and practice both together, you need 100 hours. Then theoretical classroom you finish. Then the practical coaching experience you get it. Then after that, you can receive the business coach certification. Here, for the business coach model, there are world famous models, the Oscar model, TG Rowe model. But, after a big study, they have realized, for these purposes, the most suitable one is blended coaching. So there, what happens is now they have done the materials and all that. I can show you on the next slide. Everything. Understand the business, then create action plan, link and support service, that already done. Then monitor performance, then provide feedback. This is the system that works with this coaching model. And here, these are the results on the pilot program. 98 improved their business performances. 100% reported an increase in motivation. 67% of businesses were able to expand by recruiting new staff. 57 of clients were willing to pay for the future coaching. So this means it has benefited them immensely. So these are the benefits for coaching clients: increased motivation, confidence, clarity of purpose, and self-awareness. These are the benefits. For their businesses: increased productivity, profitability, effectiveness, and employee satisfaction. These are the benefits for the businesses. Then the other benefit for their employees: increased support, effective training and development, positive culture shifts are the benefits. Then for communities, the ripple effects of the benefit, employee income, and job opportunities. So these are the two statements made by the two recipients. They actually on the pilot project, they have done various projects. I can just share with you one lady owner in Polonnaruwa. They have found, this team has found, there's a lot of potential for her to change her business. She have been just doing a salon only. So later they have converted their business into a different model. So now they have various local dresses, the Sri Lankan kind of dresses. Now a new thing what they make income is, so all the foreigners in that area, they have announced, given the hotels, educated the hotels to send them to this place, and they wear the local dress and take pictures, and that has become a major income for them. So so this is another Trincomalee hotel owners story. Right now, because of the COVID, we suffer, but we want to hire more people, more women, more people with disabilities, and give them a chance to succeed. My current employees are here at half their pay, but they don't want to leave because they enjoy their work and they feel valuable. I want to have more situations like this. So these are a good scenario, because what happens is people do not leave, but still there is a lot of potential to grow. Coaching Federation and all that, these, of course, with regard to the coaching. We have, so once we organize this session, these are the benefits that, they get it. Then we have done a lot of material in this area for the trainer. We have the trainer manuals, the assessment toolkit, and the trainer resources being developed by the SFOIG. And for the participants, the participants are given a workbook, then a coaching handbook, and how to put So this is the way forward for this course assessment multi first the enter first you have to enter the course, then do a face-to-face course, then get the practical experience. Then after that, you can be a coacher. I will not go to explain this one in detail, but if anyone is interested, so these something all the chambers can do. And in the meantime, you can, motivate the people in your area to take the license and support the businesses in your areas. So these what I want to share with you. So these are the things that right now what is happening there. I will not go into detail. So these are good project. FCCISL as well as all regional chambers can do together. So please make sure that you pass this benefit to your members. So these all that I want to share at this time. Then we can go for the next item in the agenda. Briefs and comments from the representative and the executive council. If you have any proposals, any suggestions, anything that you have to do or you can propose, you can take your time for that now. Maybe if you have any suggestions to us, we welcome them. So it's a time for you all to talk and have a discussion and see what we can do for you. You can raise your hand or you can unmute and speak. Any option is okay. Jaffer, you want to talk, is it? Jaffer, we cannot hear you. Wait a minute. You have to unmute first.
Now, can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me now?
I can hear now.
Thank you very much for this opportunity that for the Zoom meeting, sir. But I think this is a good initiative. At the federation, I make some such a suggestion. First thing, the federation has to make some initiative to facilitate some institutional support for the regional chambers or the national chambers. They are facing difficulty with lobbying with the other trade organization, everything. And therefore, I suggest for with the European Union or maybe KOICA, Korean Development Fund, or Korea Development Fund, or Australian, or American, or USAID funds. If we can communicate with them to make some sort of assistance for the for the regional and national chambers for at least for 2 years. For at least something like 1 year, something like $40,000 at least, because they are maintaining it very difficult these days, regional chambers. So I suggest to lobby with the European Union and Korean Development Fund and USAID. So if the federation can initiate with them, sir, our chamber members, we can always help the business community. That is my request. Second one, sir, about the tax increasing. Now, most of the sector, the tax has been increased. Now today I saw some of the message news today. More has appealed the courts, and they have given us a temporary interim order to not to pay the taxes for the judges. So what we want as a business community, we wanted to take initiative also, see how that we can help our business community and the entrepreneur to come up there to their regarding this tax increasing subject. Third, I want to also say right about this the free trade agreement. Now we have a free trade agreement with Singapore and Pakistan. Like that, if we can also initiate with the BOI, with the foreign ministry, to have a free trade agreement with the Middle East countries. So where else that will be a good advantage for us. At least we can have a UAE. We are planning to have this trade exhibition. So there are 5% where they have to pay for there. So if we can have a free trade agreement with the UAE government, with the government to government, then that'll be good for our business community. So please consider that also as a point. The third point, sir, the bank credit card. When the businessman goes to overseas for marketing, they can't withdraw the money from the card. At least minimum HNB giving 50,000 rupees and BOC giving 75,000 rupees. So therefore, to market their product and their other expenses, the business community faces difficulty. So if we can lobby with the finance ministry, with the central bank, so some sort of increasement they can give, including the exchanging the dollar also. That fifth, other point I wanted to make it, media. The chamber has to start a media unit, because whatever the federation facilitating with the lobbying with the governments or any other foreign agencies, the federation media has to be restarted, and make the full-fledged media unit to the federation. Fifth one, sir, I wanted to suggest a great news from the Federation of Chamber of Commerce. FCCISL must facilitate to give all the trade information for the investors and the investors who are looking for the Sri Lankan opportunity also. So if Federation can have a trade news for every week, so that will be good for all the business and our members. So my suggestion is that to have a what do you call trade plotting from the Federation of Chamber of Commerce. So that will be goes to all the chambers. So that members also will get benefited. Even foreign investors also will get the proper information. So I suggest where the Federation of Chamber of Commerce can have a trade news or trade opportunity news. So that'll be easy for them to get and information for regarding the rate. So I think now with your new leadership, we all support you, sir, and your initiative. And we want to rebuild not only the regional chamber, we must also rebuild the federation also. And we must also have a very good international links to bring more investment to the country. That is my point of view, sir. And also, finally, about our RIK trade exhibition that we are organizing in Dubai. So that will be a good opportunity for the country. So, and we, as you mentioned, we already met the UAE ambassador, and he also pledging a full support. We also had an initial meeting with the foreign ministry also. So if we can make the proposal to them submit, so I think we can also make a successful Sri Lankan trade fair in UAE. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jaffer. Jaffer, I see as a person always look positive. I'm very happy for his performance. He most of the time, talk to me and, always try to do something good for the tourism area. So I think, we are on the right direction. Now we have launched this program for this Russell Khaimah exhibition. I'm sure out of that one, we will try to generate, more income to Sri Lanka and to improve the exporters to other destinations from Sri Lanka and introduce some novel products there. All the points what you have given us valid. the institutional support already. I am talking to, I have spoken to European Union. So they are also again, they have committed their funds to various things, like however it is, that I'm doing it. This is why, all the regional chambers also need to give us some information. We can't just go and say they cannot operate now, therefore give funding. We can't say like that. We have
We
to
make
say,
a proposal.
we have to say what is your exact difficulty. So like, I mean, some kind of good information that we should have for us to make presentation. Otherwise, what happens is, they cannot pay their salaries and, can we do something? And they will not do it, because what happens is they will do support the projects, which is in turn going to support their members or the businesses or the industries. So we have to understand. Tax increase, this is a subject that we spoke with the government. We said, the tax is too much. That we will even further take it up. Free trade agreements, we have some issues with the existing trade agreements also. Recently, we discussed this matter at the Ministry of Industries at length. So we are trying to see what are the areas, like, I mean, if we have opportunities, like we have the free trade agreement with India, but this agreement has always given benefits to India, not to Sri Lanka. So we have to enhance that, and we have to renegotiate all that. The better range of items from Sri Lanka to go to India. And even on Pakistan, we discussed with the Pakistan High Commission. He himself said, we are not making use of the free trade agreement enough. And I also said, I wanted to ask from you why it is happening like that. Tell us some reasons, then we will also try to improve the situation locally. Thank you, Jaufer. The other ones, we'll try to make a request on the credit card issue, because these mainly depends on how much money Sri Lanka has. The central bank will control. So we will make a request, at least, to increase those limits. That we will do. Then trade news and opportunities, we will try to do, because we also find little tough at FCCISL. We need more staff to do this kind of thing. Earlier we did this actually. So soon, we are trying to come up with a advertising PR campaign. Now Ruan is here with me. He is the chairman of that PR committee. We have discussed this several times, but we'll come up with few projects which is going to benefit the member chambers. Thank you. Is there anyone else like to talk?
Yeah, hi, hello.
Yes.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, this is
This is to sit here.
Yeah,
Hi.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Well, actually, I'm representing Sri Lanka Football Association, and first and foremost, of course, we thank you, Mr. President, for the short period of time you are taking the reins, and you have done a tremendous job. And we are very optimistic and positive that you could achieve greater heights for FCCISL. And we, as association, will assure you that we'll give our fullest support for you to do your job properly. Right. And the important thing, actually, I want to suggest, I think Mr. Jaufer also touched on it about the regional chambers. But I don't know, for some reason, now if you see this forum, I think our strength, of course, always been the regional chambers. And being an apex body of the chamber movement, we have 63 chambers. But unfortunately, I don't know how many chambers are represented here. So which means anyway, whatever the good work that you have been doing anyway, whether it goes to all the chambers, and it's so important that for us to get the support from the chambers. So I think I think it's very important for you to get the the other chambers, all the regional chambers mainly involved, because the regional chambers are they are having a lot of issues anyway right now, which we rightly pointed out. You mentioned in your speech as well, right? So it's for their benefit. So if they are not going to make use of it anyway, it's I don't know what we can do about it. The FCCI can do. But one way is a communication is very important. I think we have had this the easy meeting after a lapse of almost 2 years, perhaps, because it's actually mainly due to the COVID. But I know it's difficult to organize physical meetings, but at least for the virtual, there should be more participation of the chambers to getting involved and then share their thoughts, and also to understand what Federation of Chambers are doing. So my request to you, of course, try to look into this anyway. I think probably we may have to visit some of the chambers in the region and have some of the meetings over there, right? So that each and every region, if you can go there and have at least easy meeting start from there, that will also, or even the board meetings, if you can have it, that will also another way that you could have a good interaction with the other chambers, so that they also will feel the importance of their chamber. And also the important for us to have a proper dialogue with those chambers, and also disseminate the information that what we have. I think you have already met so many the embassies and had some very fruitful discussions with them. And so those information always should go to them, and that's very important. And also, I think as a chamber, it's so important. The Sri Lanka needs, if you want to progress, yes, we are definitely having a crisis time. And only way we can come out of this, of course, to have some foreign direct investments, right? The FTAs are very important. Yes, the FTAs are good, but of course, there are some drawbacks as well, because we know the experience we have had in the past. The FTAs, anyway, the bottom line, Sri Lanka has not got the benefit that we should have got it, whereas other countries are dumping everything to Sri Lanka, but our exports and all that has not gone to that level. So that's another area that you got to address, the foreign direct investments with your the influence, or with your meetings that you had with the other embassies. Please try to promote Sri Lanka as a destination, because I am, of course, directly involved with the Minister of Industries, and Minister of Industries is definitely very much committed to have, because in fact, we had a meeting today a while ago as well, and to set up more industrial zones, even in the Western Province, to have the direct investments coming into the country and progressing. So these are the few things that I want to share with you. And once again, I thank you for the opportunity, and wish you all the best, and the Federation. I'm sure we can do a lot of good job, work together as federations. Thank you.
Thank you, Tusita. These, but actually the exact thing what you said, that we had to travel to them and visit them. That's the important thing, because what happens is when they feel not good, nothing like that we go and have a meeting in their place, so then they will get little energy. So that's what I'm trying to do. Actually, I just discussed here with Ruan that we should visit there. I think we should visit the Batticaloa, Trinco, that area, plus Jaffna. Maybe we can visit one area one day. After meeting them, we go back to the other area and cover a little vast area at once. So that is the way we can do. Actually, those areas also, they have issues that I met some people from Batticaloa. They have been, doing a lot of, saris and colorful stuff and all that. Now they don't have foreigners there, so their business has come down. I think we have to find ways, rather than they stop their business, we have to find a way how we can send them to our people living around the world. There are so many Sri Lankans are living around the world. If there are, nice dresses made in Sri Lanka, they would like to at least dress in one of their events where they are meeting their own people, the Sri Lankan people together. So there, I mean, there is a way that we can do it. Actually, I know some of this colorful stuff, done with the local people. I have been, when I was at the ICC, I took this to some of the ICC members. When they came for an event here, they said, Kirti, tell us where the place where you bring those colorful stuff. We want to go and buy. So this is the way to promote. So when they, like, I mean, sometimes, those people also would have told their friends, and they would have gone and purchased also sometimes. We never know, like, I mean, this is the way to go. So we should not, allow any business to come down. We have to give a helping hand that, I really, like to do. And Tusita, thank you. I think, we can go as a team. Most of our board members can go together and meet these people. So then we can have more discussions, more issues, and most of us has, our own strengths also. So we can make use of them and, get some support towards them. Thank you, Tusita. Anybody
Mr. President, can I proceed?
Yes, please. Yes.
Thank you for opportunity. Thank you for joining, inviting the EC meeting. So I would like to suggest, propose three things, as Mr. Tusita and Mr. Jaupa mentioned. Regional chambers, they have one thing I think a federation can do. Our do simple survey or the questionnaire to identify the requirement and issues from all the regional chambers. And the second things maybe depend on your time that you can participate. The federation has a cluster system with the regional chambers. So even to visit the cluster meeting, organize the cluster meeting and participate the cluster meeting, then you can have 2, 3, 4 chambers together and discuss what are the issues and what the which way that federation can support them. And the third thing is nominate the particular staff member to coordinate the regional chambers. Then the regional chambers can directly, communicate with that particular staff member and establish the good coordination with the regional chambers. Those are the things I would like to suggest for the moment. Yeah. And again, on behalf of the President and the Board of Directors of Hambantota Chamber of Commerce, I would like to wish you the Federation to go do the best things with the regional chambers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nadugala. Actually, we have, as soon as I became the president of the Federation, first thing what I did was I sent a questionnaire. Some chambers, responded to me. Many chambers didn't even respond. So I asked very simple things. I asked, please tell me what are your first 5 critical issues, and tell me, what are your own solutions, what you're proposing. So then I will understand, their proposal, if that is matching or not matching or difficult or something like that, we can study here. So then we can come up with at least, if they say 5, if we can address 1 or 2, so that can be a beneficial thing, then, and of course, that is the reason that I said, do according to your priority. 5 things, even if there is no 5 things, even 2 things, that will be fine. I mean, sometimes the not having communication also an issue, because what happens in Sri Lanka is a place we always good to complain, but not to work together. So that issue is there.
Yeah.
But I think, even in Hambantota, you're one of the very active chambers. So therefore, you somehow, make sure that, your chamber runs well. But I think this is the attitude that every chamber should have, because chambers are no need of chambers when the business are flourishing. Chambers are needed at the time when there are issues. So this is the time that,
Yeah.
we should get together. And, of course, even if we address the issues, and I should be able to tell, these are the issues raised by the Batticlo chamber, the Jaffna chamber, the Trinco chamber, and all that. So then only even a government will listen. These are kind of a national issue. It's happening all. It's common to all the places. So that's very important. Thank you, Mr. Nadugula, for your valuable points. We will definitely be with you, and all the time we try to support the chambers as much as we can do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Anybody else would like to?
Yeah, Kirti,
Yes,
Rohita,
yeah.
representing COIL and SCCL both.
Yes.
Firstly, let me congratulate your efficient few programs which you have run at the inception itself. Now, what my view to the regional chambers, if they can go back and write to us saying, okay, these are their critical issues,
Yes.
and this is what they need to manage the chambers, because as Tusita said, we are very sad to see, even though we open up so much to regional chambers, only few wants to participate on this.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that is one point. If they can write, maybe we all can put our heads together and look for funding people to,
Yes.
whether it's USAID or TIPS or whichever the parties, we can write and say, okay, we like to sustain these chambers. These are their critical issues. We would like to give certain number of funding to them. I mean, we can't go and say give 40,000 to each chamber. We
Yes.
need to say this is what we need for.
Yes.
So sustainability. Second is on the taxation. A lot of us talk about tax have gone up. We all have to pay tax to sustain a country. Forget the politicians. That's how the country has run. So we can't deviate and ignore paying tax. But if any chamber can say, okay, this is the tax payments we have made in our members last year. Now this is the tax payment we are making now, right? And this is the effect to us on this tax payment, because what happens is overall, no matters whatever we speak, only 600,000 people pay taxes out of the 22 million. So a lot of people harp about these taxes, etc., but most of them have never paid taxes. So we need to look at that factual. If you are going to talk to finance ministry, we have to say, okay, we in Hambantota we have had 10 companies, Batticlo 10 companies, Jaffna 12 companies. They paid so much. They are small and medium. They get affected by paying this tax. What kind of relief can we get? Do we have? Otherwise, I think as Sri Lankans, in the worldwide tax is accepted norm, and we need to pay taxes. And we need to be smart enough to manage any critical situations and go through taxes. That's one. The second thing is, now the banks on credit card, what Joe said, credit card, you can get what you want to get subject to your credit worthiness. Right now, say example, if you have an account at HSBC, if you go and tell them, okay, I'm traveling, now they give. Even children's education payments, they pay. But I'm not sure outskirt with how it is. But in Colombo, now they have opened up, as long as you're credit worthy, it happens. So I can't speak for Batticlo or Hambantota or whatever. I think it's purely on your credit worthiness, in my opinion. So my suggestion is, if whatever Kirti has asked, if all outskirt members and Colombo members can write to the federation within a week from today, then we can make some proposals for funding as well as other matters what they are talking of, tax, etc. Because if you go and say tax is too high, they will want to know how many of you all pay tax.
Correct.
And what is the tax you all pay. Otherwise, I mean, everybody, you can see the university students also shouting on tax, right? So which they don't pay. They live out of tax payments and they are shouting about it. So we need to be very learned and intelligent to speak about this, like instead of just saying things. That's pretty important. But my humble request is, now Hambantota is there, Batticlo is there, whatever the chambers, if they can develop this now at a particular time, Federation went and met almost all the chambers. But they need to also get on to these chambers and make use of it now, because we had this Russian delegation. We had this Australian program. So we also have so many which they can get benefited out of that. So I feel as regional chambers, they must be part of us and make use of what Federation is doing. Like even us to write a newsletter now when about business delegation. So those things, they can make use of those. No, so that's what I wanted to just communicate. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rohita. Yes, that is correct. Actually, I will, if you want, I will circulate again that questionnaire to all the members. Whoever who has not written to me, if you can write, then we also will have idea what are the common issues, which we have to sort first. Then what are the specific industry specific issues, what we have to take separately, and with the separate ministries and all that. So that if we have, I think even for us to talk or present or do anything, we should have the information. If you don't have information, if we go and just talk, so nobody will accept us. That's my issue too. Like, I mean, as it is, we have very little information. This why I wanted first to get this information from almost all the chambers. But sad to say that, I didn't get the replies even from 5 or 6 chambers. And the ones which are sent also, they are industry specific chambers like FITIs and all that. So like, I mean, there are issues already they are addressing, and that will be a fast track also, because since they have a lot of statistics, insights, and the details on their request. Anybody else would like to speak? Oh, that actually Ruan is showing me. We did a survey with the PwC just after the COVID. There are also, we spoke to so many chambers, but of course, that was a questionnaire. Why we want that was to analyze what are the problems in specific areas. But many of them, they didn't answer. So therefore, our end results of the survey was not like, I mean, number of companies participated. When we go to talk, we say at least 25,000 businesses are with us. Now, out of 25,000, even 15,000, if they are participating in a survey like that, because these meant for the benefit of them. So, like, I mean, these are the things that, which, like, I mean, what Ruan points out is correct. Now, when we want to do just after the COVID, to analyze the situation and put some proposals, so which we could not get much information. But anyway, that report is out, and you can see that on our website also. But your participation also very much needed for us to work for you. Anybody else? If there's anything, then we can speak, or if not, we can, I think, conclude the meeting. We have discussed many matters, but of course, we like, I can assure you that we will visit at least few areas to start with. Maybe after mid-February, we will communicate with you. And discuss the main issues that you are facing, and see what we can do from the Federation end. And there are some of the exhibitions, one good exhibition, which I mentioned, that we have communicated to you all, that's taking place in Pakistan. It's a variety of items is there. So those, of course, please get back to Fatima. She has all the details. If any detail more than what is there in the brochures, if you require, she can, contact the source and, get you the information. If there is nothing else to discuss, let me thank every one of you participated in this meeting. I believe the next meeting we will have more participation. We need more members to participate. So that's the number one key thing. Then after that, to have more discussions, what they expect from the federation. So then only we can find ways and means of, getting some solutions for their problems. So let me conclude this meeting and wish everyone good luck. We could not meet in this year. This is the first time that we are meeting. So let me wish you a very good year 2023 and, a year that all chambers, we as the federation, you as the member chamber, all together do something good for our businesses and industry in Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Okay, Kirti, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Shirley. Thank you for
Okay.
participating.
Thank you.
I will be out of Sri Lanka from 5th of February for about a week or so. Just want to
Okay.
keep it.
Okay, myself also will be out during that time. After that,
Okay.
this the Saif zone, they wanted to have a meeting in Kandy. We will try to fix that. I will get Fatima
You
to
can
in
get
touch with
Gamage is
you.
now the president of the
and-
Central
yeah.
Province now. So through
Yeah,
that we will do
I
it.
have already asked her to get in touch with Mr. Gamage.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We will inform everyone about the event which is going to take place in Colombo.
Mhm.
Please attend that, all chambers, then there can be something worthwhile for them, something worthwhile for their members.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
thank you then. Then can we conclude the meeting? Can I end the meeting? Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.